the data set. Are you understand or not? Where exactly the data set, how the data sets comes from? It could be many sources. It could be API. It could be, data sources. It could be very different things as well. Are you understand? Is this structured data or unstructured data? Structured data, unstructured data. Definitely, all these are called as a structured data. Team, I hope understand. Great. Now let's minimize. And in Tableau, we'll see a lot of advanced visualizations, how to map it, how to create a dashboards, how to sheet, how to apply filters, and what exactly all those things we will discuss. Just give me some time, guys. ఓకే మీరు వైట్ పెట్టేసి వెళ్ళిపోండి నేను మీటింగ్ వెళ్తాను 11:30 దాకా నేను బిజీ ఉంటాను మీరు 11:30కి నాకు కలవండి ఓకే ఇప్పుడు మీ ఇష్టం ఓకే సార్ మీరు అప్పుడే మొత్తం ఆ టైంలో రావాలి ఓకే సార్ Yeah. Okay, so let's minimize. I'll go back to the Python. So what type of graph is this? What we call? What is the name of the graph? Dist plot. What we called? This is advanced visualizations. Understand? This is advanced visualizations. Okay. And distributions also, it's classified into many times uniform, binomial, Gaussian, zero skewness, all those things I'll explain in statistics sessions. Understand? So if you see this one, I plot the graph using one variable, isn't it? I plot the graph using one variable. Bins equals to 10 means the steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I hope understand or not. Let's do this. Now let's plot another visualizations. What we understanding, guys, we try to understand data analysis. The moment after complete the codes, you try to apply for a data analyst job, isn't it? When you make a resume in the data analyst, you must need to mention all the packages like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn in your resume. Understand? In maybe Friday, I will give you one project. The name of the project is risk factor analysis. Every industry, even though in the house, the risk factors are there or not. If you do not unlock your house main door in 3 days, there is no more house, isn't it? The house is there, but everything is not there in the house. So the risk factor is there or not? In the bank, every industries you go, there is a risk factor team. So how do you analyze the risk factor in the banking industry? That's what the project is all about. Are you understand? So I'm going to showcase those projects in day after tomorrow. So please work on it and make that projects in your resume. And that would be the number one of ED data analysis, guys. 8:30 a.m. batch, online and offline. Are you guys there? Are you hear me? Are you present here or not? Okay. All right. So let's talk about another one. So box plots, what exactly mean by box? We create a boxes or not? So there's a multiple plots. Now you may next questions. So do we remember how many functionalities of the plots? Plots have many things, guys, right? Math has many formula. Do you remember all the formulas? No one in the world remembered all the formulas, isn't it? Except Google. Am I correct or not? Except Google, nobody remember all the formulas. Now, how they practice, how they do projects. Again, I'm saying, whenever the work requires, there you can extract the formulas. I will tell you some of the visualizations plot functions. Please remember that. Definitely, it would be helpful for you. Am I clear or not? So the next one, distributions plot we get. The next plot is box plot. In the box plot, let's head in toward it. SNS cbond dot box plot data equal to stats. You might ask a question, sir. In this code, you didn't pass data, but now why you pass data? Because that's the functionality. The function. Let's click Shift tab. What is meant by Shift tab, guys? Help options. Did you see? If you see this, you have data equals to none or not. You need to pass data. So what happened if I remove the data? Stats is the name of the identifier, isn't it? Stats is the, when you do this, what exactly happened? Box plot got multiple values of argument. Argument parameters, did I explain or not? So here I need to pass the data is equals to stats. And let's look at this. This is what box plot, guys. Are you understand, team? Yeah. So this is called box. But now, what exactly meaning of it? This plot generates from one variable or two variable? One variable or two variable? Two variable. X-axis, which is variable we called as income group. Y-axis, let's go to my sheet and I'll filter out, or maybe I can make it to 14. X-axis is income group. Y-axis is birth rate, right? Now, X-axis high income 10.24. Let's go back to this one. Income group, how many groups we have? High income group, low income group, upper middle income group, and lower middle income group. 4 groups we have. Go back and let's apply filter here. 1, 2, 3, 4, isn't it? 4 group we have. Guys, are you understand or not? Let's select one group, high income. Let's select high income. So in high income, the minimum birth rate starting from 7.9 and maximum 35. Are you understand? But if you see all the data points, 8 is neighbor to 7 or not? 9 is neighbor to 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, till 21. 20 is neighbor to 19 and 21 is neighbor to 20. So do you think 35 is neighbor to 21? No. Okay. Now, if you see this graph, so what is the minimum starting point? 7.9. Now let's go back to the graph. Did you see this line plot at 7.9? Are you understand or not? Now this is called line. Then upper line should be get it at 35 or not? But here, if you go, the line should be draw here, but actually my plot draw up to this. What is this? 21 or not? Because 7 to 21 all are neighbors, but 35 there is no neighbors. This concept is called outlier detection. What we call, guys? Outlier detections. Now all these statistical part you must need to understand what exactly mean by outlier. I'll give you some small examples. Let's understand, team. So I have two group A and group B. How many groups I have, guys? Group A and group B. In group A, 5 boys are there. How many boys? 5. In group B, 6 girls are there, isn't it? So the sixth, this is a boys group, this is girls group. Assume this. So sixth, in boys group, a girl is enter, and in girls group, a boy is enter. So it's a mismatch or not? So this concept is called outlier detections. Are you understand? What is meant by outlier? In statistic, I will mention these things. So in statistics, outlier is the data point which very far from other observations. So this is what your interview questions, guys. Are you understand? When you work in a data analysis projects, they will ask you, what is meant by outlier? So you say outlier is data point which is very far from other observations. Now, next questions. How to detect outlier then? How to detect outlier then? What is the answer, guys? How to detect outlier? By visualizations. What is the visualization's name? Box plot. Understand? Understand or not? I'll give you another example. Okay, now let's go back and I will show this one. Outlier. Read this. In statistics, an outlier is a data point that differs significantly from other observation, isn't it? Now I go and see these images. Can you please respond me? In this graph, how many outliers? How many outliers? In this graph, how many outliers? Are you understand? In this graph, how many outliers? Two. Online team response, man. Are you understand? And this one, how many outliers we have? Are you understand what's meant by outlier? Sir, why are we learning this? Is this valid? 200% valid. Understand? So now let me tell you. So these outliers will impact a lot while we compute mean. I will give you example. And also this outlier will impact a lot in classification algorithms. For example, logistic regressions and naive Bayesian theorem, naive Bayes algorithms, guys. Are you understand or not? These algorithms will impact a lot, like mean, logistic reg, and naive Bayes. All these things we called as a probability algorithms, guys. Are you understand? So how to take these outliers, all those things we will understand in upcoming sessions. All right. And I hope you're clear or not. Everybody's understand. Let's say in a row, everybody's weight is, everybody weight is 30 kilo, 50 kilo, 45 kilo. There is a person whose weight is 200. Definitely impact to others or not? It will impact to others or not? That means outlier is impacting. Understand? So this is very important. Also, this outlier also called as anomaly detection. Anomaly detections, guys. Are you getting my point? What is meant by anomaly detections? Outlier also called as anomaly detections. In interview, if an interviewer asks you what's meant by anomaly detections, he is talking about how to detect outliers. So the answer you should give them as by some of the plotting parameters. Are you guys getting my point? Perfect. Okay. Clear or not up to this? Now the next one. In this graph, so offline team, please come on time. Okay. So 15 minutes we completed, 30 minutes we completed. Very important topics we completed. You never missed it. You never listened it right now. So next algorithms you never understand because of 15 minutes, entire session's gone. Am I clear or not? Your wish, guys. Now the next step. So in the graph, how many outliers do we have, guys? 3 or 4? 3. 1, 2, 3 outliers we have. And also there's a 3 outliers, guys, isn't it? So we have 3 outliers in it. Now let's minimize and let's go back to this one. Now in the graph, minimum point is 7, maximum graph is 35, right? And 7 to 21 we have neighbors, but there's a 35, there is no neighbors. Do we call 35 as an outlier or not? 35 is an, what you do while you practice, I'll give one example. Remove 35 line. What you do? Remove 35 line, hide it or remove. You never get this point. Are you understand? Remove 35 point, what you do? Man, sort of how tell three outliers. Are you listening the classes or not? Just now I'm saying, mate, this is one outlier, this is another one, this is three, that's it. So this is 21 is neighbor to 20. You cannot consider as outlier. Are you understand sort of now? So 1, 2, 3. In low income group, we have one outliers. Upper middle income, we have another outliers. Are you guys getting my point? Now, what about this line? The line which is in mid. Now go back and I will take average of high income. What is average, guys? 12.75. Sometimes this line explains you average line or median line. How many lines, guys? Sometimes it captures average and median. Now, if I give you this one, what is the average of this, guys? 12.75, isn't it? Now, if you go back, so do you see 10 above 12.75 line? Did you find it or not? Now, there is a question in the graph. Can you please tell me which income group has highest average birth rate? Anybody responds me, please? Which income group has highest average birth rate? Anyone? Highest average, guys. This is average line. Now I'm saying which one has highest average, low income or not? Of course, the one who has low income, they don't have any plannings, isn't it? So they will, so this, I mean, this is called highest average. Now, can you tell me which income group has highest birth rate? Not average, highest birth rate. Low income, guys. Look at this. What I'm saying, this is low income, this is high income, isn't it? This is average income. So if I ask you which income group has low income, where do you see high income has low birth rate, isn't it? High income group has low birth rate. Look at the birth rate is this one. Low income group has highest birth rate. Low income group has highest average birth rate. Are you understand the box plots or not? So this concepts we called as uni or bivariate analysis. In interview today, will you respond to the questions? What is outlier? How to detect outlier? Okay. What is anomaly detections? And what is univariate? What is bivariate? What is multivariate? Guys, everybody's clear? What is describe functions? Now, statistics is must required to understand any of the analysis of the data set. Getting my point or not? Now, let's go ahead and do this one. Let's minimize. Let me introduce another plot which is called LM plot. What is meant by LM? Linear model. Just understand. Linear model. What is linear line, guys? Y equal to mx plus c or not? I can say this is my linear line. This is straight line we called as linear line. So is this is it bivariate or univariate? X-axis internet users, y-axis stats is data frame. Let's go back and we understand. Did you see this, guys? Every time the graphs are changing or not? Why? Because you're not doing anything. All the functionalities, all the credibility goes to Seaborn. And Seaborn had some of the packages, and we understand those packages too. And we understand those packages, right? So here, did you see we have birth rate? Can you tell me what is this data point is all about? What is the data point, guys? The data point mean in the Excel sheets we have rows or records or not? All the records is called one data point. For example, you have Monday, Tuesday, 10 and 15. Now let's plot. So we have Monday and Tuesday, 10 and 15. I got data point or not? Team understand? Sorry, 10 and 15 here. This is linear model. So this is what we graph we getting, guys. Are you understand? The model is negative correlations. I will talk about what is positive correlations, what is negative correlation. In next topic, we'll understand. Am I clear or not? Okay. LM plot is clear, team. Now let's say in NumPy, I explained one concept called legend. What exactly the work of legend, team? Legend. What exactly it does? it will give you by default the color detections of the data points, right? So here, let's go ahead and do this LM plot. In LM plot, we have many parameters, guys. We have many parameters. Look at this. You can pass all the parameters here, but at this moment, no need to get into deep data analysis. You can analyze the data in various way. So just complete the projects and then go to the next step, because in many, we have stats, we have ML part, we have ML sections, we have algorithm sessions, all those things we will cover up one by one. Clear? And now here, stats, internet uses, fit regressions, false. The moment when I linear line, also called as regressions line, guys. So what I'm in technically, in linear line, also called as regressions line. Why? I will tell you later. No need to worry. Just minimize it. And I can say that fit regressions equals to false. Let's heading toward. Now, do you see any difference between this graph and this graph? What patterns you find? Regressions line is missing or not? The straight line, the linear line, LM plot, it is missing over here, isn't it? Now let's go back to the same code. I can change your fit regressions false. Now, when I add another parameters called fit reg equals to true, let's understand it and just go back and open images new tab. Now what happened? You got reg line once again, isn't it? We get regressions line over here. Now let me do this. Team, are you understand or not? Okay. Now there is a hue income group. Let me add another parameters called hue. What is a hue, guys? Hue, that means in legend we see the color functions or not. If you see the graph, so look at this, internet users and birth rate. So let's go back and understand this one. Income group means how many income group we have? 5. So it will by default give the color of the income group. The color of the income group. What is the color? So the blue color indicates high income. This color indicates low income. Green color indicates upper middle. And this patterns, now I'll ask one pattern. So did you find any patterns here? I just ask a question, which income group has highest internet users? Anybody responds me, please? Which income group has highest internet users? Which income group? Do you understand what my question? My question is, which income group has highest internet users? High income. Do you know how to read the graphs or not? Let's say. So just split the graph into 4 quadrants. So this is high side, this is low side, isn't it? If you go back this way, this is high side, this is low side. What my question is, where did you see highest internet users? Look at this, 60, 80, 100. Is it highest or not? Now, which is largest data point? Which points? Blue. Blue belongs to high income group. Are you understand? This is also called cluster of points. Cluster means what? Group of points. So this color belongs to one clusters, one group. I'll tell you what is clustering algorithms in later part of the sessions. Understand? So first I will tell you all the basics things, guys, then I get into it. So the moment when I start the session, all right, like 17 days back, 18 days back, I'll try to make you understand so that I'll give you more examples. And same things never repeats every day. Are you understand, guys? So not every day would it be a time pass sessions. Trust me. Am I correct or not? So let's clear this one. Can you tell me which income group has lowest birth rate? Which income group has lowest birth rate? Lowest birth rate, high income. I'm sorry, my bad, guys. I was sorry. So the first question is, which income group has highest birth rate? Low income group has highest birth rate. My mistake. Which income group has lowest birth rate? High income group has lowest birth rate. My bad. I'm sorry. Okay. Team, are you clear or not? Excellent. Thank you. Okay. So is it bivariate or univariate? bivariate. So now in the graph, we have two dimensions, X and Y. So the same things in computer visions, we have 2D, we have 3D. 2D channel, 3D channel. Understand? 2D channel means black and white. So we have black and movies or not? It was a two dimensions, black and white. 3D, RGB, red, green, blue. Are you guys getting my point? So 3D, this is 3D channels, RGB. I'll tell a lot of things in open CV sessions now, right now. Okay. Just clear this one. So what's meant by hue? The hue act like legend. That means it will detect automatic color palettes of specific group. Clear, team? I hope understand everybody. Let's understand another point now. So I want to make this graph to little bit. So here in this graph, did you find any lines? No, you haven't find any lines here. Now I want to plot the lines now. If I use fit rect true and I want to make the size equals to 7, just one moment. I hope understand, team. What exactly this part? Now it's make more sense, isn't it? But there's a lot of meaning behind the line. This word, a line this way is very important or not? See, understand. This is also another insights. This is negative correlation. This is positive correlation. Understand? What is negative correlation? What is positive correlations? I will explain in EDA. What is correlations? I'll explain again in EDA. So data science, you need to learn more examples, guys. Maybe you feel I'm telling you stories, but do you remember data scientists also required a business storytelling techniques? First thing. Second thing, when I give you some explanations of the stories, then only you understand the business. Based on the business, you can plant it to the organizations. Now, I'll close this out and heading towards. So today, we complete another project, which is called visualizations part, guys. Okay. Pandas. Visualizations using pandas and matplotlib and Seaborn, isn't it? So convert raw data to clean data trends and patterns. We done this. Now, what is the next thing now? So I'm going to share this. Will you practice, team? Will you practice? Yes or not? Okay, excellent. Great. Now, what I'm going to do now, the next step, just one moment. Let me introduce, we're going to do a workshop now. Okay. What exactly I mean by workshop? So these many days, we try to work on the data, which is very minimum, which is how many data we have? 195 records or maybe 185, all those things, right? Let's apply the filters. Now, do you think in organizations you have only 185 records? No. You have plenty or not? The records are plenty. Now, team, today I just want you to introduce a very, very important website called kaggle.com. What is this, guys? Kaggle.com. Okay. And the reason behind, see, one moment. First, maybe you guys attend a lot of other classes, I don't know, but trust me, I'm not saying I'm great and all those things. I make a lot of people career transitions. Okay. So I have students whose package is 50 to 80. Okay. Even the 1 CR as well, for all those things per month. Understand? So I just talk to those kind of people as well. First thing. Second thing, the moment when I explain some of the car example, bus example, truck example, Maybe it sounds like it's silly, but the impact is very high. First thing. Second thing, only the reason behind I'm introduced to Kaggle.com, I'm an entire data scientist in the world, in the world, they can access to this website. So, how many domain do you think so you have? We have multiple domains like banking, healthcare, insurance, manufacturing, supply chain, constructions, etc., etc. Am I correct or not? Now, sir, I need to more domain details. Just go back, and I wanted to present one of these things, and I hope you understand how many domains we have. Now, have a look at this, guys. So, do you think advertising, automotive, constructions, all domain data available in Kaggle.com? Are you understand? So 8:30 a.m. batch. Are you listening me? What I'm trying to explain in you. So what I'm saying, each and every domain organization's data mentions in the Kaggle in various format, English language, Chinese language, French language, multiple languages as well. Everybody's clear or not? First thing. Second thing is, let's say one student, one employee who have 10-year experience and entire projects working in banking domain. Which domain, guys? Banking domain. So when he transit, let's say his package is 20, and definitely he want to migrate to other company. When he migrate to other company called ABC, now the new company handles supply chain management, SCM. Now the domain is new or old? It is a new domain. Guys, are you getting my point? So when he entered to the new domain, if he not work, so definitely 20 packets to 35 he got. He have to learn or not have to learn? How he learn? The first thing is, whenever you join any organizations, either your fresher experience first, you will get DB access. Which access, guys? Database access. Each and every column comes from one table. Understand what is meant by table? In database, we have many tables, guys. In database, we have many tables. So there's a lot of calculations available in the tables. So when you need to understand the business means understand every table informations or not. Understand table informations means understand column informations or not. Are you understand? When you understand column informations, then you are a business analyst, guys. Are you getting my point? You are a business analyst. Analyze the business in the form of data is called business analyst. Everybody is getting my point, what I'm trying to say. So now in Kaggle is a repositories, which is I would request the one who think for prepare data scientist journey. So please create. Everybody has Instagram, Twitter, all the accounts or not? For what purpose we are using this? It's a social media. Okay. Now the same things for competitions. If you go back to the competitions, most of people say, I'm a student, can I get job? So let me tell you, if you get a job, what is the end of the day? You will get back a salary or not? Now you forget about get a job. You can go and attend the competitions. You get a money or not, guys? Are you understand? So that's the bottom line. When you practice these competitions, so what happened? You gain exposure to this, and then you start getting interview calls, isn't it, team? So here, so this project's challenges ink detections. Okay, there's a lot of things I just don't want to challenge. This is one of recurrent and ancient library from the ashes. I mean, just what is this one? $1 lakh, guys. $1 lakh means how much prize money? 8 crores, isn't it? So assume if you work in a company, do you tell me how many days required to earn 8 crores? Now you said, sir, I'm strong in Java developer. So please apply this and try to compete it. Are you getting my point, guys? Now let's go back. Now here, recurrent and ancient library from the ashes from volcano. isn't it? I hope you're trying to predict just grand prize, ink detections, progress, prize on Kaggle, and this is all the competitions we have, guys. I hope understand. So in detail, that's a huge money. Definitely, it's a huge money, and it is open source. There is no hide and seek game. It's very transparent, very simple. I'll pay you money. Just share your bank accounts, and you solve it. And the runtime should be faster. When you run the code, if the code run in 2 days, do you think you will get prize money? No. The code should be run in maybe there's just some of the timers also we have. You can do this, guys. So to do these projects, why don't did you see 3D X-ray scan? I mean, the volcano, I hope you heard about it or not. So do you think in machine you put the volcanoes? No, you make some images. So how to take images from X-rays? So unstructured data or structured data? Unstructured data. How to process unstructured data and load the system, and what is the hi-fi systems required to handle the big data, guys? Are you understand? You used any platform, but the load in the data science projects means you must need to AI packages you have to be implement here. Am I correct or not? Are you guys getting my point? So what exactly I'm trying to look at, a lot of prize monies we have. Isolated sign language recognitions. I think when you have a demo, I was talk about this demo. I mean, in the demo, I was talk about it because how a person he get birth. So how exactly he can speak, how recognize, how AI could help them to deaf kids, isn't it? So all these projects have. Now let's go back. I have one. I'll bring up one projects for you. Very simple. I want this batch to please registered in kaggle.com. Understand, guys? Please register to kaggle.com. Everybody's registered to gmail.com or not? So when you data scientist, when you even the organizations, developers are open Gmail, Google, and Kaggle as well. If you're things to come back to the MLAI NLP, in your tab, Kaggle has to be there, right? Okay, so I have one data set. Let's start working. What we done, guys, so far in NumPy, I'll give you 217 functionalities. How many functionalities I assigned? I don't know how many of them works. Leave it. And then pandas, we discussed how we visualize, isn't it? Okay. Now let's do some of the little bit looks like real time. So just one moment. The name of the project is IMDb movie rating analysis. This is not resume projects, guys. Are you understand? What is IMDb? In the world, any movies released in the world, that movie has to be listed in the IMDb database. Understand? Let's say KGF. What is the IMDb rating? It's 9. Are you understand or not? So there's any part of the movie, any regional language the movie produced. So what we say this, guys, I hope you understand. It's the IMDb rating. Do you think this project stops tomorrow? What is meant by live projects, guys? People are talking about live. Lot of people asking very fantastic questions. Are you give that? Are you give that? Now let's say your friend is working in Wipro company. Understand? Everybody's friend, someone. Now tomorrow Wipro schedule interview. Tomorrow Wipro schedule interview. Now experience, guys, for you as well. I'm saying. Now you people ask a lot of questions. Now when you have some reference, now do you think you can ask why don't you take Wipro HR questions, give it to your friend? Is this possible? Is this possible, guys? Now let's say in Wipro database you work in a projects or not. Why don't you show the projects to your friends and put it in your company? Am I make sense or not, guys? No company share any credentials to anybody. Are you understand? So what people doing in Kaggle, let's say there is a bank. I will give you one example banking. I'm not telling you a story. This is all reality. I want you to sense it. I want you to understand it. Are you getting me? Now, let's say in bank industry, you go to US, who is the entity? Customers. right? This is the product. Let's say the customers apply for a loan. When you apply for a loan, TOB, score of the bank, okay, which bank, open bank accounts, right? Now, even though you go to Australia, US, India, this is the attribute we have in the database. Yes or no? Yes, guys? Now, if you ask, sir, can you, if your one of friend ask in Australia and say, can you please share your live data? Do you think he will share? Guys, I'm asking you, do you think he will share? You can, sir, I will pay 1 lakh. Can you share? Never, ever. None of them will share. Do you know if you buy the data set from Amazon, you need to pay 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs rupees? Do you know this, guys? So when nobody said, then where exactly live data comes from then? I mean, everybody fully knew there is no live projects then, isn't it, guys? So now the thing is, let's say when we talk about customer date of birth, in Kaggle, what they mention, customer will replace to 1. You guys understand? DOB replaced to 2, and then score. Now, if you practice this data set, that means, will you practice this data set? Yes or not? Team, respond me. If you practice this data, will you practice this or not? So that's why in Kaggle, lot of real-time data set are loaded. I understand. So when you practice more data from Kaggle, you will exposure to build ML and AI model. That's why this is very much transparent, and you can see there's a lot of use prize money available at competitions parts, guys. If I click on data set, how many data sets we have? It's a tons of data sets, right, guys? There's a billions of billions data sets we have, guys. If you go back to the filters, did you see in go to Kaggle, in the Kaggle, I want to go filter options are there or not? Let's click the data set. And it's clearly what is the data set you need to download. Let's assume minimum 1 MB to maximum GB. Understand or not? GB means your system RAM can understand 4 GB RAM. How many GB RAM, guys? Now, let's say if I download 25 GB RAM here, do you think 25 GB data sets, do you think your machine runs? No, your machines doesn't runs then. Understanding what I'm saying? So at this moment, being a beginning level, I want you to download the minimum data sets, and then we can understand in detail concepts of it, guys. Everybody's clear or not? And Kaggle is very important of any of the data sciences. Okay, so a lot of institutes, they're scared to see, oh my God, I mean, people are showing from Kaggle. So what? So what, guys? Okay, you have to learn this, guys. You have to understand how the concepts bonds, how do you make struggle, and how do you get things are done. Okay, in the entire world is politics. In organizations, a lot of politics. Everybody act you smarts, but nobody helps you. Understand or not? Okay, so this will helps you. Today's sessions, Kaggle and Google will help you entire life. No one will help you. Trust me, listen to me. Am I clear or not? In family, only lot of politics, man. Forget about companies, isn't it? Okay, now let's go back and I'll talk back one of the examples. Okay, so third, fourth, fifth, we're done. Just one moment. Everybody bring laptops, guys. Okay, good. Copy. So first thing, how to register the Kaggle? Very simple. Go sign up. How do you sign up? And registered with Gmail ID. That's it. It's done. The first projects we will work, called as IMDb rating analysis. IMDb rating, which is meant by IMDb. It is a company. That company is provide rating to each and every movies released across corner of the world, isn't it? Even though if you release, that has to be rated in IMDb. Are you guys getting my point? That is alive, or tomorrow it will die. We will die, but our database is there. Do you know? We will die. Still, our children can also access to the database. Are you getting my point? This type of data is called live. The live means never death. Bank never dead. Insurance never dead. Healthcare never dead. These projects are called capstone projects. Some of the institutes, organizations, they charge the tons of monies from the learners by 10. I just given you these projects and all of them. Clear or not? So capstone projects. So today we're going to talk about IMDb rating analysis. Now for rating analysis, we need to require some of the movies or not, isn't it? To analyze, we required some movies. Where exactly the movies comes from? Let's go back to kaggle.com. And before that, the first thing, look at this, guys. In these sessions, what we understand, data set descriptions, definitions of pandas, import libraries, read the data set, data cleansing, data visualization, slicing, many things. Ignore it. Just listen to me, and I hope things are very clear. The first thing, so pandas with data science and AI, right? Here, this is for beginner, data visualizations, data cleansing, and all those things, guys. The first thing, who upload the data to Kaggle, right? Let's understand who upload the data to Kaggle, where exactly the uploadation is done. First thing we understand. Now let's go back. Do you know a lot of people study PhD or not? What is meant by research? Research, not copy and paste it. Understand? In previous day, the researchers, if you want to research a company, a guy go to schools. Do you see some of the school students come to school to understand what is what or not? The same way, the researchers visit to the doctors, and I mean, they're trying to analyze, they make some of the sheets, guys. Understand? So here, the data set describe ratings, text tagging, many files we have. Now, no demographic information is included, means no personal file is included in the data. Guys, are you understand or not? Or the session is boring? Are you understand what I'm trying to say? It is informative, isn't it? Okay, don't sleep, listen. Now let's go back. We have in this data, we have how many file, guys? Tag.csv, ratings.csv, movie.csv, link.csv, genomscore.csv, genome tag.csv. Are you understand? How many files we have? How many CSV file we have, guys? 6 CSV file we have, isn't it? So now the next one, who created this one? There is a author called Maxwell and Joseph. They updated on 2015. When, guys? 2015. They upload the data, but they are researchers, and you can find the DOI, okay, date of journal release. I mean, this is all those things you can find out, the abstract, references. They are researchers, guys. Where exactly they find researchers? All the detail mentioned here. They created the data set and they upload it to the Kaggle repositories. Are you understand? Now we need to understand from where they've been visit, how they import. It's not required. What I said, from where we got the data sets. The answer is from the researchers. The research, they made a list and they create a data set and upload to the Kaggle. Am I clear or not? Let me close this now. In the data sets, how many CSV files we have? 6 CSV file. Let's download. Did you see download 205 MB? Let's download it. 20 million data set, guys. So if you download, let's going on. So the first thing, first tag.csv, how many files we have? Columns 1, 2, 3, 4. How many columns we have? 4 columns. Rating 1, 2, 3, 4. A timestamp. Timestamp means what is the date and time? I mean, we upload the movies, right, guys? That is called timestamp. And then link.csv, what we called link.csv. How many attributes? Movie ID, IMDb ID, and time ID. Understand, guys? And genome tags, we have 6 CSV file we have. Now I download the data or not? Let's minimize. Let's go back and downloads file, right click, extract to archive. Similar way, every day we learn stats, machine learning, NLP, AI. Understand? So my part, my management gives some of that stipulated time. I will explain slowly. Do you think it's very fast? And then we'll complete. Now let me close this. Do we have 6 files or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many files we have? Let's open rating.csv, movie.csv. Are you understand how many files I open? 2 files we have. Let me open this. Wait. Okay. A rating file. In rating file, in movie, how many movies we have, guys? Overall, 27,278 movies we have, guys. Are you understand? So let's say there is a name of the movie, Toy Story. What is the movie ID? 1. Jumanji, so 2. I mean, Grumpy Old Man, 3. This movie, we have all these movies or not, guys? I hope you heard about some of the movies, isn't it? So this is called movie ID. Understand? Now let me open a rating. So if you see this, do you see the Excel data is filled or not? You know how many rows we have in the rating? 2 crore line items we have, guys. How many line items? How do I know that? I will tell you tomorrow. I will tell you tomorrow. So now when you go back, user ID 1, movie ID 2. What is movie ID 2? I told you movie ID 2 means this is this movie or not? In this movie, the rating got 3.5 star. Out of 5, how many stars the rating got? 3.5 star. Now, little bit big Excel file we try to work on tomorrow, and that's called workshops, guys. See, even though I can speak for more than 2 hours, it's not that I can speak. First, the moment when you practice, you can understand and do the things a lot. So by the time you have a lot of works to do or not, guys. So please continue the work. Okay. And then we can, I know you are experienced. I know you're freshers. I know everybody, but you are experienced in your domain, not in data science. Are you understand? And that's why you try to jump from your domain to data science. So being an exposures, please try to understand. And if you don't know, then we can speak, guys. Are you understand? But please practice. Offline team, I do see a lot of them coming here and sleeping. I don't want to name it. It's very bad. Understand? So please don't do this. The session is 8:30. So, or maybe 5 minutes here and there, but that's okay. So please log in on time. So today we learned a lot, isn't it? Online team, today's session is done. If you can go to office, you can leave for the day. And I will maintain some of the Excel sheets, what I completed so far. Then tomorrow I practice this. I want you to practice and then you can connect it, guys. Yeah, sure, Sashibhushan. One moment. Oh, everybody's clear or not? Just close and let's write it down the points, what we done so far. Sure, AVD, please do it. See, I'll give you a small task, raw data to clean data. Everybody thinks it's time pass, right? So why haven't you practiced? Did you try anybody offline team? Just coming here, you not get output, then why don't you post the code then? Can you try, guys? Who is completed? Raise your hands. Can you post it today? That's wrong. Split. I want you to make 4 attributes too. Yeah, I hope you understand. Please do that. Morning batch. Just one moment. Okay, so today's class is 19th. In the 19th, what we done, we understand univariate and bivariate analysis, and also we visualize the variable analysis part, right? Yes. And then we talk about outlier treatment, and also we also called as anomaly detections. How to detect outlier also using some plotting graph, we detect outlier from the data set. Understand or not? Yes, guys. And what else we done, guys? What else we done? And we plot LM plot, and we learn what is HUE, U parameters, and then box plots, right? And all those things we done, guys. And then we introduced to Kaggle.com, and then we introduced to Kaggle.com. And then we discussing about IMDb rating analysis projects. Clear? And then this is what we done so far. Yeah. See, I'm maintaining these notes not for me, it's for you. Okay. After complete that, when you review, you get to know we learned a lot. We reached a lot of milestones, guys. Clear? And this entire topics is belongs to data analysis. Data analysis. This is not a Python developer. Python developer cannot analyze the data. I understand they develop the code. We have data already. In the database, we have data already. Now I extract the data and then try to visualize and give suggestions and insights of the data, which I done like yesterday, which we give some of the examples. Team, are you understand or not? Okay. So let me heading towards this, guys. And I'll talk about business analyst in detail by giving some of the examples. We learned a lot, trust me, guys. So just go back and I can mention discussions point and okay. So did you note the recording, guys? Are you hearing? Are you understand what is the all about EDA? Did you understand? Oh man, leave it. Okay. Thank you and have a good day. We talk to you. So please tell me Git and GitHub. See, first let's complete this. I will tell you GitHub, one of the project sections. Okay. Akshay, I think I will bring, but the incident happens, I stop. Okay. Anyway, from next time onwards, I'll try Akshay. Okay, guys. Yeah. Okay, one moment, Sashibhushan. I just unmute, I just upload all the documents and then we will speak. Okay. Just give me some time. Just stay with me. Control S. Just close it. There's another one. What I'm trying to say today, I will post this data set to you. Yeah, post. I will post the data sets to this. You download today. Tomorrow you bring with your laptop. We can practice. Everybody's clear or not? So today I will post this data sets as well, which is in extract archive format. Okay, and I don't want you to download all the data. I will give you 3 data sets. Let's work tomorrow. Okay, for all those things. Now what I'm gonna do, let's close this and I can let me post this one. Okay, I think third, fourth, five. Guys, I do share some of the pandas documentations PDF. Please refer to it. This is not mandatory, but keep those things in yourself as well. Now let's add to this part. Great. Let's download it. Right click. Offline team, online team. Day by day, people count will drop. So now this much of people, right? After 1 month, you will get only 4 line after 15 days. Online teams, everybody is same. After another 2 months, only 2 rows. Rest of row will vanish. Why? My leg is paining. My head is paining. I'll connect from online. Understand? Now, out of these many people, last day, only 20 people will be there with me, guys. Those 20 people will get offers. Are you understand? So to reach out this one, if you practice, then we'll stay, or else it's never stay. I promise you. Everybody's clear or not? Thank you so much. And team, you can leave for the day. Have a good day. Bye. Sashibhushan, 1 second, please. Online team, we can leave for today. Please find the attached. Best regards. Yeah, unmute you. Yeah, how may I help you, buddy? Sashibhushan, unmute you. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, please.
Okay, sir. Actually, I'm working as a in visualization actually,
Okay.
and I have worked in like Power BI, and currently I'm working in ClickSense. Okay,
Click sense.
so
Okay.
yeah, so basically the every time the requirements comes like it is already there with the client, like they want some data in some format and all.
Hmm.
Okay, so right now the currently I'm working in energy domain in
Hmm.
telecom.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
it's a very niche area, means it's very rare area. So
Hmm.
where we get the, I'm just talking about some points. It's like we get the towers consumption detail
Hmm. Hmm.
for, and there is a site, a particular
Hmm.
site.
Hmm.
So and right now what is happening is for each site we are getting some consumption detail. Let's say 100 kilowatts per
Hmm.
day
Hmm.
on a daily basis.
Hmm.
So what they want is, and this is daily data we are getting, and even monthly data we are getting.
How
Okay,
many
and there
record
is
size? What would be the size of the data every day? Data
every
flow.
day. Okay, every day the at if you go to, so on each side there are a lot of devices, but
It's
right
all a
now
raw data, right?
yeah, yeah. So
Hmm.
what we are doing is we are doing a roll up to site level. So there are 100 devices. So we are not considering 100 devices. We roll all the device level consumption to a site level.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
So in a day they
Set
are
build up.
capturing.
Go,
They are
go, go ahead. Go
capturing.
ahead.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they are capturing 48. No, every half interval they are capturing the data.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, it means there will be 48 row, 24
Hmm.
into 2. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now they are doing from last 1 year. Okay,
Okay.
so and they are like 400 sites,
Hmm.
let's say. Okay, I'm giving
Hmm.
an example. So what they want is, that we already have from past year this data. You
Hmm.
understood the data, right? So
Hmm.
now they wanted is, can we predict for the next year, next financial year, what should be the
Exactly.
consumption for the
Hmm.
on monthly basis. I want to roll up it in month.
Exactly.
So
Hmm.
I,
Hmm.
I just want to, so I right now I'm doing a descriptive analysis. We
Okay.
take the history and just do, okay, this site is going, taking
Understand.
more
Understand.
data, and they for this month, these are the top 10 sites who are consuming. You
Yes.
understand
Yes.
descriptive analytics,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
Hmm.
that, and also clustering some type of, like we have like two to
So you need to
yeah,
predict, because this data comes
yeah,
under regressions algorithms. You need to implement algorithms to there now.
yeah. So what I want from this, see, I
Mm.
am very new. So what I want from you is like, I want to present them the this prediction as well.
See, why should I want present? You have to present.
Yeah,
Understand?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the
So
first thing,
yeah.
I will give you one project I have, and the name of the project is called, let's say, which country the highest sale, which country there is a lowest sale. You have to predict what would be the predictions in upcoming days. All those things you will build once you get to know the entire codes. When I started machine learning, then you got to know all those things.
Oh, okay. So is it
Because, yeah,
uh,
please, is it?
so right now what I want to, because I just want to explore
See, let me
on
tell you,
some
buddy, you
point.
explain your projects, right? Other
Yeah,
persons can explain other projects or not.
yeah.
So we have, let's say, 50 students can explain
No,
everybody's
no,
project.
I
Yeah.
don't want answer from you. What
No.
I want is a pointer so that I will look on that pointers and try
Okay.
to
You need
find it
some.
personally. I
Okay.
will, I will no do. Let's say you talk about right
Wait.
now
I
regression,
will I will
right?
tell you something. In your
Yeah,
data set, do you know what is dependent variable?
yeah, I know that.
Which one is that?
So dependent variables are basically, if you say dependent variable, there is no labels in that.
That is the problem. So you have a dependent variable. If you don't know what is dependent variable, then you can't implement regressions algorithms, classification algorithm, clustering algorithm. So to understand this, I want you to explain EDA part.
Okay,
So EDA part I will explain from next week. Okay, because the regression algorithms, classification algorithms bonds from dependent variable. And once you get to know in your data which is dependent variable, then you will implement those algorithms to your case studies. And multiple algorithms, when you build, you got to know accuracies of all the algorithms. Then you predict the future, and then you can connect it, and then you can suggestions provide it to the future as well. I do understand still you not digest what I'm trying to say, but what I'm trying to say, in the data sets, whatever you have, try to find out which is the important factors. And for that, I want you to wait for 1 week. Then we will discuss about this one more time. Understand,
okay.
Sashibhushan?
Yeah, yeah, that's
What I said in the data, please try to a little bit research today what is independent and dependent variable. Are you clear? Because Sashibhushan, are you
yeah,
understand?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, I understand what you're going through. Means you want, I want to what I learn from like just browsing. Like let's say you are no, there is a formula
Yeah,
called
that
y
is
is
the
equal to
problem.
mx
See,
plus c.
yeah,
So
that's little bit.
x you are talking about is the independent and y
Nobody,
is the
that's
dependent.
not
That one.
exactly. Y is dependent, X is independent. That is just an
Yeah,
example. But
yeah,
in
yeah.
your data set, which is important, how do you know that? So those things I'll give you a little bit understanding what is dependent, what is relevant attributes, what is irrelevant attributes. Because let's say to predict the future telecom predictions, you cannot predict based on the customer's name, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So customer's name are irrelevant attributes here. So whenever you build the model, you need to take a relevant attributes among it. So what is
Hmm.
relevant, what is irrelevant? I want you to stay for EDA sessions. Then we will come back and do this. Am I clear?
Okay, okay,
Okay, Sashibhushan. I hope
okay,
you
okay,
understand. Yeah.
okay.
After the EDA,
Yeah.
we will discuss. It's not an issue.
When we will have this idea?
Man, when means I have some planning. Do you want me to take
Okay.
from tomorrow? No, I can't
No,
take
no,
because I
no,
have
no,
some
no.
plannings step
I'm
by
just
step. Yeah.
asking.
So it will take next week.
Okay, fine.
Or is SQL EDA once I go back. Very soon you'll come. Within 2 weeks, we will start. Okay. It's not a big
Fine.
topic. In 1 day, 2 day, we'll cover it up. Then
Okay,
I will
fine.
tell you what could be the next step. You need to give me some of the attributes